Hello guys, this is Ben in Parts here. Welcome back for episode number 5 of this Cryptid cast series, a series where I break down cryptids, I discuss their features, the details, the intricacies of their sightings, and whether or not they might be real. And today we've got a real treat for you, a cryptid that's really cute, a cryptid that always makes me smile, whose stories that I read sometimes when I'm depressed just to cheer me up, and it's the cactus cat. The cactus cat, or Cacti inebrius. It's a really, really fascinating cryptid. And it comes from the American Southwest during the old Lumberjack days, when frontiers were being cleared and lumberjacks, in groups, pairs or alone, were venturing out there to log and fell forests and establish the foundations of towns, during which time they would sometimes see this cactus cat, allegedly. It was seen all over the southwestern desert, around states such as California, Nevada and New Mexico, and it's also been seen a few times in Colorado. But getting right to the point, what is this cactus cat like? Well, the cactus cat is described as a bit like a bobcat. So it's small, it's not too big, and it's crucially described as having fur very much like cactus thorns. And to accompany this, it has sharp bones that protrude from its front legs, as well as, quite importantly, a spiky tail, very, very much like a cactus branch. You might think that that's fitting, and it is in a sense, but it's actually quite ironic because the cactus cat is not friendly to cactuses. In fact, they are, in a sense, its prey. The cactus cat would come out at night, go up to these cacti and use its ironically cactus branch-like tail to slash open the cactus, then drink the strong, fermented juice inside. However, this would have a negative effect on the cat. Or rather, since this is meant to be how God designed it to be, an unusual effect. Negative sometimes as regards humans and other creatures, because the sap would sometimes get the cactus cat drunk, because the sap inside the cactus is strong, it's fermented there for a while, and it would have an effect like alcohol, and so the cat would stumble around intoxicated. Hence its name, Cacti inebrius. And sometimes it would brush up against people, creatures and objects, causing minor injury or harm, but usually nothing serious. Sometimes it was said to stumble into camps and brush against people when they slept, ate or relaxed in their tents or by the fire, resulting in welts and cuts from its tail and from its spines. Very importantly, however, the cactus cat was very, very rarely ever said to attack people. It was said to generally be very benevolent, very inoffensive, just like a regular cat if you will, with some interesting features. So we could assume that not only if someone was attacked that the damage was minor, given what we know of what would happen if it brushed up against someone, but it probably occurred if it was in a very confused state due to being unusually highly drunk, if it had a health problem, thought someone was harming its young, etc. So generally the cactus cat was very benevolent and very benign, and really kind of cute if you think about it. The cactus cat's also said to have a very interesting and unique wail, which can be heard at night in the desert. And it's also, interestingly enough, said to be heard by its dry, spiky bones rubbing together. I'm not sure how close you have to be, if you have to be far away or relatively near to hear that, but the wail is definitely heard across a long distance. But what could the cactus cat actually be? Let's assume for a second that it isn't real. Even if you believe it is real, let's hypothesize. It could be that the story of the cactus cat is the result of misidentification. Let's say you're in the dark, in the middle of a dark forest camp, you can't see very well in the light, maybe you're a bit drunk yourself, just like the cactus cat, and you see a porcupine coming through the brush, and you panic, and the porcupine panics too, and it brushes up against you. Or let's say you see a mountain lion, and the shadows make it look like the mountain lion is spiked. Or let's say you see a bobcat itself, and you're drunk, and you're a bit panicked, and the bobcat's shadows look a bit spiked. It could be that you've misidentified that. And also, very crucially, there's another animal that wails, and that people are, and were, slightly aware of, the puma. The puma also emits a wail, it hangs around at night, it's around cactuses in the dark, even if it's not drinking from them, so it could be said that the cactus cat was the result of misidentification. It could be also said, much more crucially, that that could be also tied in with the fact that it didn't actually exist, that it was the result of woodsmen on a warm night, drinking in the woods or in the desert, with their alcohol out, telling stories. It could be a mixture of two of these things. It could be that not only were they telling stories, but those stories were based off of the misconceptions of others who had seen bobcats, porcupines or pumas. So that is the story of the cactus cat, and it's incredibly fascinating stuff. It's so cute, but at the same time it's also so curious. So it's not scary like Mothman, and it's not horrific like the Wuhan toads. It's just cute and sweet and innocuous and innocent, and I love it. But what do you guys think? Have any of your relatives back in the Lumberjack days, if you're in the States, ever heard tales of this? Did they ever see it? Did they ever know of someone who did? Please leave me a comment section in the comments below if so, and even if not, please check out my Patreon, please subscribe to my channel, please drop my video a like, it helps me get noticed in the algorithm. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for episode 6.